Hello, and this is just a quick test for the Horror over Skyrim FOD glitch that I've been running into. As you can see, I've disabled literally every mod except for the Horror over Skyrim itself and the unofficial Skyrim Special Edition and patch. So the only two enabled mods, I'm keeping a profile for what I had running before with the 9 mods, just so I don't need to lose everything, because doing this would have unloaded some stuff like the Adventures basement, which means I would lose everything I had stored down there. Well, either way, we'll see what happens. If I pop in here, we can see that as of right now, I don't see any weird fog effects. I see God rays, which is expected, and some of the haze that, honestly, I don't think is really necessary. I think they overdid some of the effects when they made the special edition. But we are going to take a crack at Bleed Falls Barrow. See, I want the world map, please. See if the barrow behaves in any odd manner now that I've turned off literally everything. So I'm just going to kind of power my way through without fucking dealing with shit. Oh yeah, I'm still being stalked by the dead corpse, the Red Guard warrior who doesn't die. I still don't know what's up with that. I'll probably have to use the command to follow him and then get a new follower at some point, because I can't even get the stuff off his corpse. Okay, so out here we see blowing snow, but you're supposed to see blowing snow. There's nothing unusual about what I'm seeing right now. Okay, and according to the mod creator, this is already not supposed to happen. And I haven't been here before in this playthrough. I know some of this is just the blowing snow here, because there's a big hole in the roof, or a big holes, plural, in the roof. But apparently this haze is already not supposed to be here. Now let's see what happens if I leave and fast travel out without going through the place any farther. Is the haze is already here without blowing. Let's go back to Dragon's Reach, see if it follows me. Okay, the fog did not follow me. As we can clearly see, everything looks clear and nice and normal. So the fog did not follow me when I fast traveled. Let's see what happens if I go all the way through the place. Hello, corpse. Hello, forehead sword. Yeah. So as what I've seen before, when I went in there, the fog was immediately there. Coming back out, it was here. Like, it was definitely foggier than this is. There's the snow effect, which is normal, but the fog followed me out the door, but did not follow me through a fast travel. So that's what happened. The fog followed me out the door, but did not follow me through a fast travel. Let's see what happens when I go all the way through this place. Wait a minute. There's no fog this time. Seriously, there's no fog this time. The fog... last time I went in here, not 5 minutes ago, the fog happened instantly as soon as I entered the room. Now I left, fast traveled, it deactivated, now coming back, it doesn't happen. I wonder if it has something to do with these people. If there's something related to one of those NPCs that triggers it. Because literally the only difference entering now is that the NPCs are dead. But the FOD did not happen this time. I wonder what range the kill Ultraman has. Snake, snake, fish. This is the proof that I've never been in here before. Oh crap. Oh, okay. Alright. So it killed Arniel in advance too, but I still got the thing. Yeah, those guys are pre-dead. Oh! So there is a range limit to this thing. Okay. Now, the other time that FOD glitch happened was going into the sanctum. Let's see what happens when I go into the sanctum. I see FOD. Okay. I definitely see FOD. So the FOD happened. And it was one of those vampires. Okay, is the FOD glitch related to the volkihar vampire custom NPCs? I already get the feeling it's NPC related because, as we saw when I left and then came back, it didn't trigger on the first area. And the only thing I can think that was different this second time around is the fact that I'd already killed everyone. I didn't kill everyone. I ran into a Draugr and a troll. But that's a Draugr and a troll. I didn't run into any living vampires. All the vampires were dead. I wonder if that's it. If there's something to do with these vampires. Alright, so what the frick is it? Bear moth owl. Okay. Hello? Did my kill all command earlier glitch you out, made you fall to the floor, and made the quest uncompletable? I must have been within range. When I fired it off, I must have been within range to kill these guys. Because, well, they're dead. Not that I have any interest in... Wait, Drawed, Stirred, Lord. Ooh, he has the Dragonstone. Not that it matters. I don't really intend on advancing the quest any. Though, admittedly, a part of me is curious to see if I could see where the inner light is. Like, or where the inner light's corpse is, but if it landed in the water, I'll never find it. Because I'm curious what that thing would drop. The FOD did not follow me. I'm outside and the FOD did not follow me. To be extra super careful, I'm going to go to Dragon's Reach. Yeah, there is no fog. Okay, one more thing I want to do. Okay. So, alright, here's something. When I first walked into Bleed Falls Barrow, the FOD happened. The FOD then followed me out, but when I fast traveled, it did not follow me. When I returned, the FOD was not there. But I had also killed everyone in the initial room, which includes all the vampires. There were no longer any vampires the second time. And then the FOD happened again when I went into the sanctum, but it did not follow me out. Now I'm going to load the game. I don't want to load an auto. How do I not load an auto? What the hell? Okay, I'm going to quit to the main menu then. I am now going to load the correct save. Yes, I know. This time, I'm going to go all the way through the barrow in one go, assuming the FOD glitch happens again. And I will see if... it seems to happen when I went in, but not when I returned. And then it happened in the sanctum, but did not follow me. I hate this. I have no idea why all this BS is right at my house, but it... Did that kill me? No, good. Okay, just die whatever you are. Please frickin' die! Alright, have I killed all the BS enough for I can fast travel now? Thank you! Okay, we are at Bleed Falls Barrow. There is clearly no fog effect going on outside. I mean, there's snow, but there's clearly no haze. So now I'm going to pop in. Let's see what happens. And what happens is the game crashes. That's what happened. Okay, hang on while I get the game running again. Alright, and we're back. And I dropped a quit save here, just so I don't need to try to escape from my house again. I missed the snarky text. Alright. So, the FOD glitch clearly happened even with, like, all the mods off, so it's not the mods. Now this is the snowstorm I expected, so this isn't the fog glitch. Oh, I was wondering where you were. This is just blowing snow. This is standard. Now we'll go in. Wait a second. Is the fog glitch not happening? What the shit? Okay, that's weird. It's been happening with some reliability up until now, but it didn't just happen this time. Snailed fish. Sword, thank you. Yeah, I just ran straight past that one. I almost forgot to kill it. I came through the fucking door. That's where I came from, you dolt. Okay, the fog is definitely back. Now, last time when I went through it, having not seen the fog in there and then seen the fog out here, it didn't follow me once I left the other end. What happens if I just pop back to the temple right now? Okay, it's here. It's definitely here. It followed me to here. Hang on. Is there a lotto? Mannequin. Where is this save? Is that where I just was? Alright, so that's where I just came back. This is when I saw him, and it. So this is when I entered the room where that guy is, and the save screenshot clearly does not show fog. That's different. Okay, so the fog followed me back to the main barrow. And it's still here now. Yeah, the save screenshot did not show this fog. already waxed these guys. Hello, bats. Where'd you end up this time? Over there? Not that any of this matters, I'm not using this save ever to actually progress. I'm just checking to see if the FOD decides to follow me this time and become permanent like I did that one time. See, I was hoping it would trigger when I went back to Bleed Falls Barrow and just walked in the front door. My thought was that maybe if it triggers twice, it becomes permanent. Like if it walks in, triggers, and then triggers again in the inner sanctum, maybe it stays triggered. Whereas if it only triggers once, then it de-triggers. See, as you can clearly see, the FOD has not followed me. If I head back in, will it have followed me then? Yeah, the FOD is gone. And there's a head. Okay, so the FOD is gone. So I'm not getting the FOD to become permanent yet. But it should be possible. If it triggers... I have had it become permanent. Like if it just goes away, then I don't care. But if I have had it become permanent after going through Bleed Falls Barrow, and then it followed me everywhere, even through fast traveling. Was I always able to see this far? There's a bear there, and some really weird artifacting. Alright, load. The Twitch save is before I went there at all. I'm going to try this one more time, seeing what happens if I'm going to try to get it to trigger on first entry. So I believe all I did differently was I went in here, I demonstrated to you guys that there's no FOD inside. I was like, oh look, there's God rays, but there's no FOD. Ooh, and then I leave. I teleport to the barrow. I see that there's windiness, but there's no fogginess. There's also no storm. That's slight different, but I don't think that matters. I kind of doubt that matters. Just to save time, if I need to try this a couple more times, I'm going to quit save right here and enter the barrow. There is no fog glitch. Alright. Alright. Alright, one more note. Okay, I'm gonna try one or two more things. Main menu. Load Woody. Not that twit save. Wait, why is there a twit save here? Twit save. Okay, that's the one. Is it? Why wasn't that one showing up under Woody? No FOD. One last thing to try. Okay, this time I did a full quit of the game. Now I'm going to load that quit save and see if doing a full quit changed anything, because sometimes it does. There's behaviors that change when you do a full quit sometimes. Why does the Nord helmet have Daedra stripped on it? I never noticed that before. There's Daedra stripped on that. If there's no FOD, then there's not a whole lot of point in going through it, but I'll go through it and see what happens. No FOD. So, I don't know why it seems to sometimes trigger here, but it seems to always trigger when I enter the sanctum. So this will just be one more sample, I guess, because I'm not getting. It did trigger that first time. It triggered the first time when I walked in here, but it seems to trigger all the time in the sanctum, and then it follows me to the main barrow, but didn't follow me outside. And the one that triggers in the barrow follows me outside, but doesn't follow me when I fast travel. So, oh man, there's a lot of slight differences in the way this behaves each time it behaves. And it's definitely back. And I'm just guessing that once I get through this place, it will not follow me outside, because it hasn't been doing that recently. The not following me outside part is fine. I mean, if it doesn't follow me, that's fine. I'll turn the other mods back on and advance through the game. But sometimes it follows me. You saw the fog episode a while back. It does sometimes follow me permanently. And I think I have a theory that if it triggers twice, like if it triggers when I first enter the sanctum, enter the barrow, and then triggers again in the sanctum, that it stays triggered permanently. But as you can see, I haven't been able to reliably get it to trigger in the barrow. It definitely triggers in the sanctum every single time, but I haven't been able to get it to reliably trigger in the barrow. I don't even want to bother looking for where that dead guy ended up this time. He's totally what's totally happening is when he dies in the coffin, he falls through it into the void, and then the game re-teleports him into the room, and it seems to re-teleport him somewhat randomly, and then he ends up like sprawled out somewhere. And it didn't follow me. So, conclusions. The fog glitch happens in the sanctum. The fog glitch happens when no mods are enabled other than this one and the unofficial patch. The fog glitch does not always happen in the barrow, and does not reliably happen in the barrow. It tends to only happen in the sanctum, at which point it always happens in the sanctum. If it happens in both the barrow and the sanctum, it seems to then become permanent, in which case I can't get away from it. You see, if you go to the previous episode, you'll see one where I go all the way through, but then after I leave, it's still there, even if I fast travel. So if it triggers in both the barrow, and if it triggers in the barrow, then if I finish the Bleak Falls barrow, it'll stay permanently triggered. However, if it doesn't trigger in the front door of the barrow, then it won't, then the triggering in the sanctum is non-permanent. Triggering in the sanctum always happens. Now, the only thing that was different, but it's like, I thought the only thing that was different was that I killed everything, but then subsequent attempts it didn't trigger in the barrow, even after I reloaded entirely. Like closing the game out fully. So it's just, I guess it's just that it's not reliable to happen in the barrow itself, but even though it always happens in the sanctum. Now my only thought as to what could be triggering this is the vampires. That's just my only thought. I don't know what else could be triggering this other than those custom vampires. Now, having missed around vampires makes sense. I'm sorry. That's where I am. If it triggers in both the barrow and the sanctum, it becomes permanent. If it doesn't trigger in the barrow, the version in the sanctum doesn't follow me outside. If it triggers in the barrow, I can leave and fast travel to untrigger it and then go again, and it might not trigger. There's a lot of ifs, but it's clearly reliably happening in the sanctum at least. As soon as I enter the sanctum, which is why I think it might be related to the vampires. The vampire beast, the volkihar beast things, those things. I think it's related to them. That's my best guess anyway.